JICA has contributed to social and economic growth in developing countries, responding to significant changes in international circumstances and diversifying needs. Based on the concept of achieving sustainable regional development, with cultural heritage at its core, JICA has concentrated on two areas of activity as part of its development assistance for cultural heritage conservation. The first is support for tourism and regional development. The objective is to contribute to local and national development and to reduce poverty through tourism and local development. Specific support in this field includes tourism planning, capacity building assistance toward tourism organizations, the promotion of public and private partnerships to boost tourism, and tourism development in collaboration with local communities. The second area is the protection of cultural assets. Many developing countries are currently engaged in culture-oriented nation building in addition to the development of economic and social infrastructures. JICA is supporting these efforts in various countries by providing assistance in the operation of museums and the conservation and restoration of cultural heritage.
近年は文化遺産単体の保全だけではなくて、そうした遺産を支える地域社会全体の持続可能な発展が必要であるという認識が高まっています。2015年9月には、国連で持続可能な開発目標 SDGs が採択されましたが、その中でも世界の文化遺産や自然遺産の保全、その取り組みを強化するということが言われており、持続可能な開発という観点からも文化遺産保護の重要性が認識されています。
Cultural heritage conservation projects implemented by JICA aim to protect cultural assets and promote tourism and regional development. The goal is to maintain and stimulate the culture in each country by organically utilizing these two elements. In this project field, museums, which play the role of a hub for compiling cultural and natural assets, are more than just facilities that are visited by tourists. Today, they are being recognized as playing a role in cultivating national or ethnic identities. Various efforts to maximize their potential are being made. The increase in the number of museums around the world and the expansion of their activities have led to increased calls in various countries for opportunities to develop the human resources who will manage the museums. Since 1994, JICA has been carrying out training programs in the field of museology technology as part of its human resource development program for developing countries, making significant contributions in boosting museum management skills and practical capabilities in such countries. The National Museum of Ethnology is located in Suita City, Osaka Prefecture. Commonly known as Minpaku, it is a rare museum that serves both as an institute that carries out research on cultural anthropology and ethnology, as well as exhibits the results of its research. With the cooperation of Minpaku, JICA is providing a program called the Museums and Community Development course, which is the only course of its kind in the world. Among the training programs provided by JICA, the course is unique in that it focuses on cultural aspects. Every year, curators, archaeologists, zoologists, and other museum and art museum professionals from developing countries are invited to attend the 3-month course in Japan. Japanese expertise on material preservation and restoration, display methodology, and even interaction with the local community is taught for use in the management of museums back home.
2 months, 3 months. What is important is
開発途上国の博物館関係者が日本各地の博物館の経験やノウハウから学ぶことは非常に多いと思います。博物館運営の技術的な側面はもちろんですけれども、地域コミュニティとのつながりを深める取り組みもその一つです。博物館の持続的な運営、ひいては地域や国の経済発展にも寄与することが期待されます。
Participants visit cultural facilities across Japan to learn the importance of connection with the local community. They may even participate in local festivals to learn how they can work with residents to help make such events a success. The wide-ranging training is nurturing museum administrators who can create hubs for traditional and educational culture, as well as contribute to the promotion of tourism. Thus far, a total of 222 persons from 60 countries have participated in this training over the 23 years up to fiscal 2017. Participants are playing a central role in the management of museums in their countries after returning home upon completion of training. One participant from the Republic of Zambia who completed training in Japan organized an original training seminar for museum professionals in Zambia. JICA's training program is also leading to such original activities in various countries.
初期に研修を受けた人たちっていうのはもう本国に帰って、博物館の館長になっている人たちがたくさんいますし、まずどの国へ行っても友人たちがいるっていう、で博物館の活動をそこで展開しているっていうのを見るのは非常に嬉しいことですし、でまたそういうネットワークというのが常に更新されて拡大していくっていうのは、世界中の文化っていうのを対象にしているこの民泊にとってもやはり宝物のようなそういう事業だというふうに思っています。
The Museums and Community Development course has two main pillars: effective museum management and museum community relations. Minpaku focuses on effective museum management and provides a wide range of training to participants invited from various countries. Teaching staff and research staff from the National Museum of Ethnology, as well as specialists in a number of fields, serve as lecturers. During training on exhibit evaluation, participants learn how to improve display methods as seen from the perspective of visitors.
利用者や参加者のニーズにどういうふうに応えていけるかとかっていうところもすり合わせて展示やプログラムを作るっていうことに必要な評価調査の仕方っていうのの基本を学んでもらっています。
Practical methods on how to preserve stored collected items in an appropriate manner are taught during preventive conservation.
例えば温度湿度のコントロール、光のコントロール、そして生物被害に遭わないようにどのような予防措置を取ったらいいか、そのような予防的手段のことを学ぶ研修です。
Training also covers the history and culture of indigenous people, museum shop management, techniques for taking photographs for exhibition, exhibition design and planning, and other useful topics. Upon returning home, participants utilize the techniques and technology they have learned to effectively manage the museums in their respective countries.
This will help me to maintain a better environment and also a high standard, keeping my artifacts in good condition.
The cooperation and collaboration between various stakeholders are necessary to manage museums. As a part of the training, opinion exchange sessions are held for Minpaku Museum Partners, or MMP, who support the museum activities of the National Museum of Ethnology. MMP is a citizens group that was established to help achieve even better museum activities. Its members independently plan and oversee activities. A public forum was also held for the general public, where participants introduced the circumstances of museums in each country. It encouraged forum attendees to think about how to maximize the potential of museums going forward. The forum garnered much interest from attendees.
Register our collection.
One of the leading and the most active museums in Egypt.
The Museum Act is one of 3 Japanese laws concerning social education. The act has been the basis for museum activities in the country. Currently, the concept of museums rooted deeply in local communities has become mainstream, with museums transcending their traditional role of collecting and displaying precious artifacts. Museums around the world are also prioritizing museum-centered community development, which is the theme of this training in Japan. Participants therefore visit various museums that are carrying out activities in close collaboration with the local community. The Shiga Prefectural Lake Biwa Museum is located on the shores of Lake Biwa, Japan's largest lake. Training was held here with a focus on museum-community relations. The concept behind Lake Biwa Museum's activities is to be a museum that thinks, acts, and develops with a local community. The museum believes it is vital that a museum and its users develop museums together and grow through its activities.
世界的にはですね、やっぱりいろいろアクティビティをするためのボランティアセクションとか教育セクションがあって、そこで教育をしてるんですけども、ここは本当にやりたいことをするために琵琶湖博物館を利用するという、ただ見に来るんじゃなくて、自分が何か能動的に活動するっていう意味で市民が使えるような場所を提供しているっていう意味では、双方にメリットがあるかなとは思います。
The hashikake, or bridge building system, at the Lake Biwa Museum is an example of this concept in action. Hashikake is a Shiga prefecture localism that refers to making connections. The bridge building system was established to encourage people who are already actively involved with the museum to use it even more. By registering, people can plan and organize a wide range of activities both inside and outside the museum. The museum considers the fields outside its walls to be an excellent place for exploration and learning. The system was created to attract the interest of hashikake members.
観察ですね。まず森のどういう木があって、いつ花が咲いていつ実がなってというようなところですね。でその中にどういう昆虫が住んでるとか鳥が住んでるとか動物が住んでるとかそういうのを全て調査をしてですね。でそれを我々会員同士が楽しみながらそういうのを調べてると。
The museum also has what they called field reporters. Under the system, local residents conduct surveys on nature and lifestyles in Shiga Prefecture. They periodically report their findings to the museum, thereby serving as community curators. An academic paper concerning the ecosystem of the purple-fringed riccia was published through such field reporter activities, resulting in meaningful scientific research.
例えば虫を調べたり社会を調べたりいろんなことをやってるうちにそれがだんだん自分の中で全体が分かってくるんですよね。 そうすると自分が今度は例えば腸の時にはここに行ったらいいとかいうのが分かってくるのでだんだん楽になるんです。そうすると面白さもどんどん出てきて、
知識があるともっと興味が広がりますから、博物館に来て学芸員の方とコミュニケーションしてくると、ますます自分がフィールドで遊ぶことが楽しくなる。
Close collaboration between local residents and curators helps create a more vibrant community. The training at Lake Biwa Museum, where local residents participate in museum activities that range from observing nature to publishing reports, offered participants an ideal environment for learning about collaborating with the local community.
キュレーターが利用する人とどう関わって、利用する人にどういう学びの場を作ってあげて、でその人をどう変えていくか、そこについては個人でやることなんで、これは日本のやり方が十分真似できると思ってるんですね。そういうやり方がおそらく博物館を地域社会の中でなんていうかな、ある一定のステータスを得るための一つのやり方だとやっぱ思うので、この点はやっぱり知ってほしい。
研修員がそれぞれの国に帰って白亜博物館でやったその橋掛け制度みたいなので、自分たちの博物館でもそういうのをちょっと導入してみて、地域の人とこういうプログラムをしましたっていう報告を受けたりするとやっぱりすごく嬉しいですね。
Well, it's really an interesting thing for me to how that people are coming here without getting any payments and doing this developing for the community. It's really interesting for us because we never saw that such a things in that things our country. It's like it's really unbelievable. It's wonderful.
The bountiful nature of the Akutagawa River surrounds the Natural History Museum Aquapia Akutagawa in Takatsuki City. This museum also prioritizes community development. Birds, animals, insects, fish, stones, and other specimens collected in and around the Akutagawa River are on display in the museum. It is popular among the local residents as a wonderful place to experience the nature of Takatsuki.
家の近所とかですごく不思議な何かを発見した時とかに何やろこれって思ったのをとにかくここに来てもさえもらえばこれはこの仲間ですよねっていう答えもできますし、生き物のことで何でも疑問に思ったらとにかくはここに来て聞いていただけるような施設っていうのを目指しています。
This museum, which is closely linked to the community, offers opportunities for residents to draw closer to nature. They include fieldwork, observing and surveying organisms living in the Akutagawa River, and woodcraft workshops. Workshops designed to interest even young children visiting the museum are also popular with residents.
いろんな種を集めて持ってきて、で仲間分けをして遊ぶっていう遊びがメインのワークショップです。いろんな人の見方があって、見方を変えたらまた仲間分けも変わっていく面白さがあって、そういうのをもう自由に遊びながら知ってほしいなと思って。
These and various other playful innovations are being used to encourage people to observe their natural surroundings. Such museum activities help deepen people's understanding of their own community.
こんなことを博物館でやっていいんだとか、こんな材料でこういう身近な材料でこんなことができるんだとかいういろんな発見があって、鳥だとか虫の着ぐるみ的なものだとかそういうのですごく感心して、なんか子供のようにワイワイしたりだとか、そういういろんな好反応が得られています。それこそ研修員にも参加型で、彼ら自身が楽しんでもらうっていう体験を通して、これだったら自国のお客さんに楽しんでもらえるはずだっていうこれ実感を持って学んでもらえると思うので、研修員からの反応もいいかなと思います。
There are lots of museums as each exhibit his own way the artifacts. So this is actually interesting thing. I haven't ever seen, this variety of exhibiting.
Local NPOs also play a major role in the operation and management of museums. The Akutagawa River Club is an organization that carries out and involves local residents in various activities to protect the Akutagawa River environment.
いろんな調査をいっぱいしています。どんな魚がどこにどこで住んでるとかですね。そういう調査もいろんな活動をしています。
Various activities are conducted to attract interest in the local natural environment. They include a survey on the upstream migration of sweetfish, the extermination of invasive alien species, collection of materials for the museum, and the production of exhibits.
川で魚が取れるっていうのが知らなかったとか、やっぱりそんなことできるんだねっていう反応があるんで、やっぱりそういったことを我々がすることでですね、そういった人が一人でもね、多くなってくれたらなというふうに感じてます。
The close relationship between the Takatsuki Natural History Museum and the local community is an invaluable case study for participants on how museums should interact with the local community.
I want to make programs for them based on what I've seen here. Because in our museums, when we say a workshop for the children, mostly we come up with a budget. But I've seen the innovativeness which the people in this museum have. Without, these activities, I don't think they need money. I think this is, I would say this museum has given me the morale, the zeal on where to start from next year. Thank you.
JICA is also providing technical support to a conservation and restoration center in Cairo, Egypt. A cultural asset database was created, and training has been provided in Egypt and Japan on the conservation, restoration and management of paper, metals, dyed materials, and other items. The content of the training is of practical use, such as making color samples using the coloring methods of Egyptian cultural assets and verifying whether or not the colors change or are lost.
I saw before some of equipment I didn't see before in my country. It's a wonderful way to preserve the artifacts from any damage from humidity and everything like this.
Grant aid was also provided for the restoration of Hisham's palace in Jericho in the Palestinian Authority. This area contains many well-known cultural assets of early Islamic architecture, and the development of human resources will serve a major role in protecting, conserving, and restoring these assets.
One of the more useful section I get benefits of this training course is the photography, because one of the most things that the archaeologists must know how to photo the artifacts to get a photo that contain a high resolution and display all the details that it's most important for the archaeologist himself and for studies afterwards.
First of all, we improved our knowledge about the different types of a museum in Japan, because we had visited more than 64 museums in Japan. We have watched how the museum or the administration of the museum involved the local communities in many activities, especially in creating awareness for the people to visit the museum and what we say, help the people to take care of their cultural properties.
I learned to do that coming here in 6 months. The ideas that I have.
Upon the completion of their 3-month training, participants present their final report, an activity plan for after their return home. They incorporate the diverse knowledge acquired during training and present their vision for the future of their museums. Completion certificates are given to the participants at the closing ceremony, after which each departs for his or her respective country. It is hoped that the knowledge and technology learned in Japan will serve a major role in the development of museums in their country.
Thank you to the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, for giving us the opportunity to experience Japan and to advance our museum skills. In addition to all the volunteers working in museums, we salute you for devoting your time and energy for the upward mobility of museums in Japan.
This course is really important for us. I mean, even my museum or even every museums all around the world, this course is very important.
It was mind-opening and fantastic.
This course has been very enriching in knowledge.
これだけ長い間継続をしていて、毎年新しいネットワークが作り上げられていくっていうようなそういうコースは世界中にないわけで、海外の博物館の友人たちから見ても非常に羨ましがられているそういうコースです。このコースがあることによってこの日本という国が世界とのネットワークというのを常に更新して拡大していける。それを考えるとやはりこのコースっていうのをこれからも継続をしていきたいと思いますし、JICA としても支援していただければなと思います。
JICA の研修事業は参加する研修員にとっては日本からの学びとともに各国のさまざまな現状や取り組みから互いに学び合う場となっています。さらに日本側の博物館関係者も交えた新しい知識創造の場となることを期待しています。JICA の研修事業が世界の博物館関係者の価値あるネットワークづくりに貢献して世界の博物館の一層の発展につながれば素晴らしいと思います。
The role of museums in each country around the world is becoming more and more important as a mechanism to nurture cultural development and vitalize local communities. As the only training of its kind in the world, JICA's Museums and Community Development course is receiving increasing attention as a model case of international cooperation in the field of cultural development. Through this training, JICA will continue to disseminate the importance of these activities to the world.